Guys, welcome back. Um, this is a new deck profile for X Sabers. I'll just get started, I guess. Um, I'm running triple Fall Troll. This card is like one of the main beat sticks in the main deck, like because you can just special summon him if you control two or more X Saber monsters, and then you get to special summon a level 4 lower X Saber monster from the graveyard. So not only does he extend your plays, he also gives you a really easy avenue to make Gotems. Um, and he's 2400. Like, that's super easy to get out for 2400. So, yeah, I'm running triple him. I'm running triple Bogart Knight. This guy's basically your Goblinberg card. He will special summon a level 4 lower X Saber monster when he's normal summoned. But he can't be used as synchro material except for a X Saber monster. So, and he's pretty big with 1900, and he gets bigger with like fire formation on the field. So, I'm running triple rescue cat. This also like increases your plays like a lot. Uh, Obviously, like this was a thing like a while ago, and then rescue cat got banned. But like just getting Airbellum and Dark Soul, that's like an instant like Barkion play or a Hyunlei play. So three of them. Uh, just for consistency. I mean, you probably won't use all three, but definitely for consistencies because you want to see this card. And then the two Airbellum. Uh, Not really because the card itself is just because he's a beast tuner. He's pretty big, 1600, and he's level 3 as well. It's really important to be level 3 because you can go for the Hyunlei Barkion plays with the Dark Soul. So, and then I'm running triple Fulham Knight. This card's pretty good. It's not anything crazy, but when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack. Uh, it doesn't say once per turn, I don't think. And then when it destroys a defense station monster by battle, you can special summon in level 4 lore X Saber monster from the graveyard. So that increases your plays as well, especially if you get back to Dark Soul. You can go for like a Hyunlei play or a Barkion play, or you can go for like a Soza play or something with the Bogart Knight. So he's also like he can also be searched out with Rhoda. So and he's level 3, which is pretty nice. Triple Dark Soul, obviously. You kind of want to see this card, especially rescue cat plays and stuff. When it's in the graveyard during the end phase, you can search an X monster from your deck. I mean, that's probably the main search of the deck. I mean, there's a decent amount of searches in this deck because it is like warriors, beast types, beast warriors. So, this deck does have a lot of consistency. So, triple Dark Soul, just for like searching and stuff. I'm running double Partial. Um, I've been thinking maybe run 3 Partial, but like he is pretty weak, and you can search him with Rhoda, or like Dark Soul. So I mean, you get him when you need him. And but it is pretty nice that he can't be destroyed by battle. But you do take 1,000 damage during your opponent's standby phases. So just 2 for now. I might run 3. This deck is also like sort of like a beta test. I made it like, I don't know, maybe a couple days ago. I think so. I'm running 2 X Saber or XX Saber Regigara. Or Regigara. This guy's a beast warrior that you can search with Tenki. And he's like, if you normal summon him, you can add an X Saber from your graveyard to your hand. So some recyclability, and you can even add another copy of himself if you want to. So, and he's level 1. I guess some plays for that. I can't really think of any right now, but and then I'm running the 1 glow up bulb. just for like if you have like Bogart Knight and then you have Glow Bulb on the field, you can go for Wayne and then use the Glow Bulb's effect to go for Hyunlei or Barkion with the Wayne. So that's a pretty good combo. You could also run like Jet Synchron, but I feel like the Glow Bulb is just way better because it's Earth. And then I'll move on to the spells. One Raigeki, which is pretty staple. Reinforcement of the army. I mean, there's plenty of warriors. There's like the triple Fulham Knight and the double Poshel as well, which are the main warriors. And then I guess Fall Troll, but you can't search him. So, and then 2 Miracle Synchro Fusion. This card's pretty good. Like you really want to see this card late game though. But it's one of those cards where when you play it, it's it's either like you're pushing for game or you're kind of a little bit desperate. So I think just 2. I mean, you could run 1 if you wanted to, but I feel like 2 is fine for consistency's sake. And then I'm running triple Gotham second call. This is like a play extender. You can also like not run this card. You can't conduct your battle phase. It's basically like Gotham's emergency call, but they get destroyed during the end phase. You have to control a X Saber Synchro monster, and their attacks become 0. So yeah, I'm running triple of that just to like increase plays because you can also summon like the synchro monsters from the graveyard. So 1 Monster Reborn. This card's pretty staple. I'm running triple Saber Reflect. You don't have to run this card, but like I've won a duel because somebody like attacked into Dark Soul with like a huge beat stick, and then I activated this, and they had like little life points, and so I just win the duel because when you take battle damage or effect damage while you control an X Saber monster, gain life points equal to the damage you took, and if you do, inflict the same amount of damage to your opponent, and then you get to search a spell and trap card. You get to search a Saber or Gotham's spell and trap card from your deck. So you can just search another copy of itself, or you could search Gotham's emergency call or Gotham's second call. You could also search like Saber Vault if you were playing it, but I don't really know anybody that plays Saber Vault. So I'm running triple of this just because I want to see it, you know, because it can save you, you know, and also like win some duels. And it's like a good, you know, you can use it to search for your Gotham's second call and emergency call as well. So 1 Scapegoat, obviously, because this card is at 1. It's pretty interesting that this card's at 1 just because like goat format, this card was like at 1 or 2, so it's just really funny that we've come full circle. But yeah, I'm running the 1 just because like they are Earth tokens. Basically, they're Earth Beast tokens, so you can use them for a lot of plays in this deck because this deck is basically just an Earth deck. Triple Tanky, obviously. I mean, you can search like Bogart Knight with it as well as the Reigigara. Which, I mean, Bogart Knight, like, if you have anything else in your hand, it's basically just like a 1-card play. Like, if you have one of the tuners or something in your hand, it's like a 1-card play. So, yeah, triple Tenki. Like, even if this card is dead, I mean, there's 5 targets, and you can still play it because you can just pump like your monsters because it does give them 100 attack points. So, and then for the trap cards, it's just triple Gotham's emergency call. This card is basically the same thing as Gotham's second call, but like you can do it during your opponent's turn, and they don't get destroyed. They don't lose attack points or anything. Yeah, you just have to control an X Saber as well, so it doesn't have to be a synchro monster. So it's like, in a lot of cases, it's a lot better than the second call, because the second call has a lot more restrictions, but this card you can just activate during your turn. You don't have to like set it first. So, but you know, the emergency call will save you sometimes. Like if you only have like 1 monster and they have like a bunch, it can save you. You know, you summon like one of your big guys from the graveyard. So that's it for the main deck. Uh, it's it's kind of, you know, I'm still working on it. I kind of like the ratios of cards. I don't know, maybe like play around with the Miracle Synchro Fusion and the partial. Maybe some other cards as well. I'm thinking about maybe taking out one of these guys and adding in like one of the level 1 tuner guys from the deck or from the X Sabers. He's like, I don't remember. He looks like a leaf or something, but yeah. Move on to the extra deck, I guess. I'm running one Goyo Emperor. Uh, Obviously, because I'm running Miracle Synchro Fusion, I'm running one of the like Synchro Fusion cards. It just needs 2 Earth Warrior type Synchro monsters, and that's like you can use Soza, you can use Hyunlei, you can use Wayne. So there's plenty of targets. Um, it basically just has Goyo Guardians effect, kind of, but it's like a little bit better because it's like other monsters as well. And then you contribute 1 Earth type Synchro monster. Take control of that monster when your opponent special summons a monster, except during day. Oh, okay. And then when it leaves the field, you just return control of all the monsters you control. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's got 3,300, and that's pretty massive. So I'm running one X Saber Gotams, or XX Saber Gotams, I guess. This guy's really like super generic. All he needs is like earth monsters, and you can use like multiple tuners for him as well, because he just needs like 1 tuner and 1 or more earth monsters. And he basically just rips your opponent's hand apart. Because if you summon him and then you have a bunch of X Sabers on the field, you can just rip. Because like you contribute an X Saber monster to discard a card in your opponent's hand. So unless you're playing like despair, like unless your opponent's playing like Despair from the Dark, or like like Dark World or something, then you're just gonna like ruin their day. It is discard though, so. But yeah, he's basically your main beat stick of the deck with Goyo Emperor, I guess. Crystal Wing, this card's really good. One thing though is that when you summon Mrs. Radiant, this card gets a 500 attack. Or is it 500 attack or 400? That's 400. Okay, so they lose those 400 attack points because it's wind. So, and then I'm running one X Saber Soza. I think about maybe running Urbellum instead of Airbellum, or instead of Soza. I don't know, because you don't really go for Soza that much, so you're mostly gonna be going for like your other guys. And then I'm running one Barkion, obviously, because this deck doesn't have like any back row control besides the extra deck. So the Barkion is really nice, just because you can negate the activation of all trap cards basically for free. All you have to do is just banish 2 cards from your graveyard. So unless they're running like a trap deck, you've maybe like Battle Fader as well, but like they basically have no protection when you attack. So. That's also the reason, like, I mean, two Hyunlei, because there is no back row control in this deck, so you really need the 2, because it's pretty easy to go into. All you need is just Dark Soul plus Airbellum, or Fulham Knight, or Bogart Knight plus Partial, or like I said, you can go into Wayne and then use the Global to go into Hyunlei or Barkion. But I think the 2 is pretty needed because, obviously there is no back row control. But, like, if they already have, like, a face-up trap card on the field, then going into Hyunlei is a lot better than Barkion, because you can destroy 3 of your spell trap cards on the field, which is really powerful. Because not many people are using, like, Starlight Road nowadays, so. One Interior Beast, obviously the ability to just negate spells outright is pretty powerful. So he's not easy to make. You need like a Partial and Dark Soul. I think that's like the only way to make him in this deck. Those guys aren't the easiest to get out, but I mean they're not hard. So yeah, just the one beast. Uh, and then one like Saber Wayne, just because if you have like global and Bogart out on the field, you can make Wayne, and he can special summon a level 4 little warrior monster from your hand, which is gonna be like Poshel or Fulham Knight. And then if you do that, um, you can just go for like Crystal Wing if you summon Fulham Knight. So it's pretty powerful. And then I'm running just one Phantom Knight's Break Sword just because there's a lot of level 3s in the deck. And if you go for like Rescue Cat and then summon like 2 Dark Souls or something, like if you've run out of Air Bellums, you can summon like 2 Dark Souls and then go for this guy. One Summon Sorceress. It's basically like 3 attributes in this deck, or 3 types, I guess, which is like Beast, Beast Warrior, and then regular warriors. So it's not, I don't think it'd be too hard to play Summon Sorceress. One Crystron Needle Fiber. Like Bogart Knight plus like Poshel into Crystron Needle Fiber, and then you can get another tuner out of the deck. And if you have like Voltron in your hand or something, you can just go straight for Gothams, which is pretty nice. 2 Mrs. Radiant, because like the entire deck is Earth, and then 1 Link Karibo. This is basically just in here for this guy, because you don't want to leave him on the field because he only has 100 or 200 attack points. But I mean, he is Beast Warrior, so he is getting pumped by this, but he's only getting get pumped like a maximum of 300 and then like maybe 800 if you have Mrs. Radiant, but that's only like 1,000 points. So going to Link Karibo is definitely a good idea when you normal summon this guy. Or, you know, if he's special, somebody also gets this effect. So you can use like Gothams Emergency Call, or you can summon him with Fall Troll, or with Bogart Knight. Anyways, that's the Saber deck. That's just something that was there because I had 2 Link Karibos and I decided to stick in a second Mrs. Radiant because this card's really good because like when it's destroyed, you can also add an Earth monster from the graveyard to your hand. So, anyways, that's the Saber deck. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.